Well, good morning, everyone. I hope you are well as we are back for what will hopefully be the last call of the last call for the E100 long haul numbered Camo. And as you can see, this is EU, and the 24-hour extension has been going through the night because we are still here with 7,128 competitors competing for 2026 prizes, and the competitive bid price is now a whopping 90,500 gold. We think we might get to 100,000, but potentially that is not going to happen now. And see in the chat, Emerald is back, and you had a bid in for this, sir, and you're wondering when this is going to end. I think, if my maths is correct, and I have got this wrong previously, that this auction was the 2-day version of this auction was due to finish UK time 0700 yesterday, and therefore, because bids have continued, the 24-hour extension should be in about 15 minutes, 0700 hours from the 2nd of January, not the 1st of January. So I think we are about 15 minutes away from the end of this auction, but I have been wrong before, and I may well be wrong again. Who knows? Now, I have been thinking about how this has played out during the evening because the auction's been extended by 10 minutes every time that somebody makes a competitive bid that disrupts the 2026 prize winners. So that means that people have had to sit through this all night, hoping that the bid that they've made is going to be successful. And how has that played out in reality? Have people put in a big bid? They've then gone and done other things, like going to bed, for example, or have they sat through the night and just watched for 8, 9, 10 hours just to see whether or not uh, they're going to get a prize here? So clearly, some people work nights and may well have sat in front of their device. I've had a couple of things to do during the night, so I've logged in just to check to see where it's at, secretly hoping that bids have continued because clearly I wanted to stream the last 10, 15 minutes live, and I was half expecting to log in and see that it had ended and then be starting the stream this morning with the news that the auction had ended and the price was whatever the price was. But we are still here, and we are still going strong. If you missed the coverage yesterday, I did make a bid, you can see there, of 10,000. That was to try and get a feel for what the low end bid was. Yes, Emerald, I'm just saying, I think that it's going to be over in about 15 minutes, which is why I planned the stream at this time from my very basic maths. The 2-day period was due to end 0700 UK time yesterday morning. So logically, sometimes wargaming don't do logic. It should end in about 15 minutes. I hope you still have a bid in. I know you bid yesterday. I don't know where that sits now. We're at the competitive price of 90,000. Remembering that 90,500 competitive bid would put somebody in the top 25% of players. That would be the top 507. So there are still 1,500 bids that are below that, but how low below that, we're not quite sure. That's why I bid the 10,000 yesterday to try and work out if I could touch where that low end was when people were bidding in the 30s and 40s, and I got nowhere near. So not quite sure what the range is. And of course, a few people at various different forums saying they were going to bid 100,000. Well, might just get the camo. And we did this yesterday, and as we left at about an hour's worth of stream yesterday, there were 5,600 participants. So by the time that stream should have ended, or the auction should have ended at the end of 2 days yesterday, there were 5,600 participants, and the competitive price was 57,500 gold. There's now 7,000 participants. So what's that? An additional 1,500 bids. Different people have added bids to the pot, and we're now up to 90,500. See there's a banner across the bottom of the screen. I don't know if, if I've added that on. I don't know if it helps or not, but there's certainly a gold boom in camo prices. What next? What next? I think this is potentially the future. 170k is your bid. Well, I certainly think you're going to land a camo for that. I should hope. It all depends on how high up that is and what number you get. And that's the other thing we don't know is, does the top bidder get camo number one? And then it filters down, so the lowest winning bid gets 2,105. Because although there's 2,026 prizes, not all numbers are included. Is that how it works? So a couple of things that I think Wargaming need to brush up on if they do this, when they do this again, and that is be absolutely clear on, does your bid position reflect prize, the number of the camo that you're going to get? And also I've looked through the information on this and I couldn't see it anywhere that there was a 24-hour extension. We know from the regular auctions it's 2 hours and then a 2-hour extension, and we know because I covered the AMX ELC 901 golden ticket auction, they did tell us on that one that it would be a 2-day auction and a 24-hour extension. But with this one, I originally thought it was a 2-hour auction until it started, and then saw that it was going to run 2 days. And then obviously I made the guess that it was going to be a 24-hour extension. But the 24-hour extension didn't play out in the AMX auction because it was 35 golden tickets was the lowest bid. 909 of the 2,000 prizes available were bidded, so we never got the realities of a 24-hour extension. And we are now living that now. You, the players, are now living that now. And if you have gold invested in this auction here, and you want to win this prize, and you stuck your bid in at a reasonably social hour in the last 48 hours, or yesterday or the day before, then what has been the reality overnight, 2, 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning? Our players maintained a watching eye on their bid to make sure that it stays relevant. Did they put a big bid in before they went to bed? Have they set their alarm and got up at 2 or 3 strategic times in the evening, hoping they were still in there? Because, of course, this 10-minute extension only happens if a bid comes in to disrupt the prize winners. So my understanding is that at any time in the last 24 hours, if no other bids had come in, then the auction would have ended. So there has been a continuation every 10 minutes. The lowest I've seen this go to is 5 minutes. I'm on 7. So every 10 minutes, overnight, let's say from 10 o'clock in the evening, even from midnight, so for the midnight hour, for the last 6 or 7 hours, every 10 minutes minimum somebody has bid on this tank to extend the time limit. Stephen, yeah, you're a well-travelled player there. That's a selected EU when you logged into the game. You're on the U. No, I'm not sure for the US. Have you got the same price as us at 90,500? Because I did hear that for the ELC, I asked somebody who played on Asia server how many they sold on their server, and they also said 909. And the suspicion was that the main 2 day auctions were all combined in terms of their timing. Clearly, in this one, each individual region is going to get their own special set of numbers. But I don't know whether they've coordinated the timing. So this auction, as we sit here now, I'm watching the EU server at 90,500. Um, you're also at 90,500. Yeah, so it's the same. That is interesting because, in fact, I can't even begin to work out how that's going to happen because they're saying that each region is going to have its own set of numbers from one. Yeah, okay, so it is the same. Interesting because they're saying each region is going to have its own set of numbers from 1 to 2,105. But if these bids are including people from other servers and other regions, don't really know how that's going to work. Far too complicated for me to work out, and it's not unusual for a wargaming event in World of Tanks Blitz to have such a confusing system. But the good news is we are down to under 5 minutes. So it may well be, or maybe there's time for another 10-minute extension. I'm not quite sure. Let's see where it goes. Bids have been coming in overnight, but that 90,500 hasn't changed too much, which means those bids must be at the less competitive end. Don't think we are going to get to 100,000 gold. We have 4 minutes remaining. We are going to see. Yeah, that's. Are you still in the mix, Emerald Cobra? Have you still got a bid in? Are you going to be one of the exclusive, unique players to have this particular camo? I hope if you are in the bidding and this is something that you do want, that you do actually get this. I mean, there are people out there who are saying that the price is too high and this is ridiculous and it costs so much money, but that is for individuals to decide what they want to do. And if you do want this and you are happy to pay the price, then I wish you the best of luck. I hope that you do actually get this. And of course, I mentioned on the stream yesterday, it's difficult with gold to work out how much it's actually really costing, because gold can be achieved, earned through various different methods in the game. You don't just have to go to the store and buy it. We're into 3 minutes. That 54,000 gold I've got, 10 of that is locked up in a bid I made a day and a half ago, or whatever it was. That's just from playing the game for a number of years. I've not bought gold for a very long time. And you get a container, you win a tank you already own, you get 5,000 gold, that sort of thing. So it's quite difficult to put a fixed price. For the golden tickets, you had to buy those. So it was easy to work out that 35 golden tickets was going to cost X amount from the store, times that by the number of prizes. You could give an indicative figure of how much was raised, although that wasn't entirely accurate because you can only go off the competitive bid price. But here at 90,500 gold, we know that not everybody's paid that amount. 25% have paid more, but you can't just times that by 2026 and then go to the store and say that's how much gold costs, so therefore that's how much people paid, because people have got gold for many different avenues in the game itself. So it's unfortunate, but I won't be able to do that this time. What I will be able to do, though, is when this is finished, because I don't want to go away from the screen right now, I can tell you that I've got 64,000 gold in my little kitty there, which means I would have to buy 26,500 gold to put a competitive bid in. We'll take a look and see how much that's going to cost. But we are coming into the final minute. It looks like there's not going to allow any more bids. 7,138 competitors. And we are into the final minute. And it looks like it doesn't mean that bids can't still come in. So people can still be knocked out of the 2026 prize winners. It just means that they've got a very, very short period of time in order to make a counter bid. And that is now 30 seconds. And I think there's a block of 30 seconds or a minute between bids. So don't think anybody else is going to be able to make any counter bids. So the number of participants has just gone up by one. So somebody's come in. We're at 91,000 for the competitive bid. So somebody there has come in the final seconds of the final bit of the last call and pumped in a bid that has raised the competitive price to 91,000 and has therefore knocked somebody else out of the running. And it looks like the auction is over. Well, that was an absolute 3-day marathon. The competitive price, there we go. Hang on, it has finished. 6:59 Universal Time, UK time 06:59 on the 2nd of January, and the competitive price is 91,000 gold. There we go. Didn't quite get 100. Still a gold booming. Camo prices. What next? And we are looking at the new camo that you may now see in the game. And it's finally over. Yes, it is. And now it's a case of keeping your eyes out for this tank in the game, seeing what numbers you could spot. To be like train spotting. What number E100 have you seen? Let's try and eyeball 001 on the battlefield and see who's got it. There we go. It is a good looking camo, but 91,000 gold is a bit rich for my liking. Let's just see what that extra 26,500 gold would have cost me from the store if I'd gone and bought that much. I can't be bothered to do any complicated maths, so 31,000 gold there would have got me easily within the competitive price range, and that would have cost me 42 Great British pounds. So there we go. That's on top of the 60,000 I would have had already. And if people had to go and buy the full 94,000 here, just a simple maths, although not quite as easy as that, because I know that there are different prices for gold in different servers, so on and so forth. But 84.99 plus that 42 pounds and 24, that would have given 94,000 gold. That's 127 pounds in the United Kingdom. Is a value that we can put on gold equivalent from the store of that particular camo. The lion is next. That's going to be interesting. We'll talk about that in a second. But there we go. So Emerald Cobra, well done, sir. You are the proud owner, I believe, of one of these camos. And now, or you might be, you see, you might be waiting for your money back. Let's wait and see. You'll be able to tell us, because I don't know how long it's now going to take for this camo to drop into people's garages, but I suspect that if you go into a tier 10 game later on today and you pick a heavy tank, try and make sure Matchmaker does the business, then you would be looking for E100s with the new camo, unless of course it's just been purchased by a collector who just wants it in the garage, or indeed maybe there are people out there who have bought it just so they can say that they own it. We will have to wait and see. We will give it a few minutes here and see what's going to happen. Number 99, that's pretty good. Were you in the top? In fact, I'm not going to ask how much you bid for the camo. Is your business. Emerald's asking though, because he's genuinely interested. I think the question here is, does the number reflect? Do you feel the number you've been given reflects where you think you were in the bidding pecking order? So there we go. Great to know. 170,000 gold gets number 99. Zero 0408. Okay. There we go. Excellent. Really happy for you. Now this is where people who didn't bid are thinking, oh, well, it would have been good if I'd have got one of those. But 99, I guess that's 0099. Is that how that works? Yeah, 00. That's pretty good. In fact, any of those. Oh, did I get my gold back? Yes, yes, I have got my gold back. And I'm now back up to 64,000 gold. And maybe, you know what? Maybe I could have spent all of that, and maybe I could have got the camo. But I don't know. I was thinking about this yesterday. I think I'd rather sit and look at the 64,000 gold in the garage than look at the camo on the particular tank. So you've now got your camos. So I guess you can now take those into battle, and everyone will start looking out for the number. I mean, that's interesting. If you paid 170,000 gold and you got 99, and we're thinking that the top bidder would have got number 1, how much did they bid for number 1? That is definitely the unanswered question here. Oh, I don't know about that. I'm just tight with my gold. Yes, sadly, I've got nothing else to spend it on. Can't buy premium time with it anymore. You can only get tanks with it and crates. So it's kind of sat there, I don't know, waiting for the next best thing to come along, and maybe this was it and I've missed it. But I do think that this is going to come round again, because this has clearly been extremely popular. And good night to you, Stephen. Or good morning. Go and have that nap, and have a good day at work, sir. And 2026 for you starts with a new camo on the E100. Thanks for joining us. Appreciate your support. So there we have it. In honor of this E100 auction, Let's take the E100 into a game and see how we get on. Did all right in this yesterday. Not necessarily my area of expertise. Let's see if we've got. I don't know if it changes the name of the tank either. I guess it's going to change it to E100 Long. Thank you very much, sir. Have a great day. And I now take my mediocre camo here. On my own? Nope. Okay, 2 heavies coming with me. What do they have? 4 heavies. If we can surprise a TD with that one. Okay, one of the heavies has gone down there. I've just fired. I've got nothing in the chamber here, so I'm not going to poke this corner. I'm going to have nothing to fire at them. What's the chances of me hitting that small exposed area of the lower plate? Oh dear. Project Louis is dead. No, no. Just going to poke again. Oh, we're 2-0 down. Oh, it's not going very well, is it? Yeah, I wasted it. Don't panic, don't panic. It's only 2-0. Oh, Jag is there. It's just out of sight. Let's push this T at 1-1. Laid that there, let him drive into it. Let the reticle set just behind where he was moving to. What's that Jag doing? The good news is he's going away from us. They're all down that way. Okay. 3-1 down, but hopefully I might get an HE shot here into no, stop running around the corner, sir. Yeah, 1064. That will do. But it's 5-2. Where's this little guy going? Look at this little rat. Let's try and come around the back. 5-3. Let's stick together here. Bit of a backs to the wall. We'll just stay here. Not going anywhere either. Try and create some distance. And let's hope Louis is going to take a. Oh, he's gone. Okay, my teammate's got 4 kills here. Maybe he's going to get 7. Or maybe not. Unlucky, sir. Maybe I was a bit too passive. Yeah, okay, he's going to try and get behind me. So let's back up against the wall if we can. No, he's done me. He's done me. No point. No point starting a fight with him. He's just going to keep punching me in the backside. Let's fire, and I'm gone. Oh, what a terrible game. Terrible game. Absolutely terrible. 3,000 damage, but it's all too easy to get damage at the end when the team have died and you've got 3 enemies in front of you. Have a look here. Yeah, well, everyone's obviously tired from watching the auction all night. Go again. They've introduced a new system here. See that at the top of the screen. You can support the channel by going to that particular link. If you so wish. There's a gold boom in camo prices. Continues. Okay, let's see what we've got. 3 TDs. Pick a building, any building, this one. Is someone in there? I'll have to find out. No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 have gone that way, and the Starbirds. Hello, sir. Alright, let's be a little bit more aggressive than we were in the last game. There's the second TD. I was tempted to push the corner and have a go at the 183, but then the Yag appeared and was a much safer shot. .183 is invisible. Okay, my teammate comes with me here. It goes the other way. We can finish this guy off. There he is. Good work, sir. It's fired. Okay, let's get around this corner. Finish him off. Oh, there's 3 of us. Okay. Do. What you want to see is your heavy tank, the 777, in the spawn. Do not move, sir. Thank you. Don't know why that Yak Panzer just decided to drive into the back of me. Clearly lining up for a shot. I can see 4 of them. They've got another one somewhere. Not quite sure where. Get rid of him. Take a gun out. Could have got bigger damage from the Object 777, but we needed to take a gun out. And I think we're going to be left or against. There's a little gap here. Didn't want to risk an HE shot there just in case it didn't hit flush. Nice work. Okay, we know there is another tank to the right, but I don't want to isolate the Jagdpanzer too much. He's going to need support. Don't want to get hit from the right either. Okay, what are you going to do now? Yeah, okay. See, he's behind, so let's go this way. Some buildings between us. One goes in, nice. Be careful, we don't get surrounded here. Yeah, this little rat bag's up there somewhere. And that's there's the Jagdpanzer gone. Behind me, good, nice. Oh, you are joking. Oh my word. Cannot believe that bounce, but then I got one in return. Come on, I need a reload here, come on. Kill him either. Plenty of hit points. Not happy, the Jagdpanzer E100 has gone off that way. He's over there somewhere. I don't want to risk a blind shot just yet. It's not worth it. I want to go and try and get some support here. There we are, that's how we do it. Oh dear, 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 dear. Tell this guy where I'm going. I think he's going to be HEable here. I'll give him something to look at. He missed him. That's okay. That's okay. We've got a minute and a half to go here. We don't want to be anything a draw. I want to give him something to shoot at so he stays there. Oh dear. I am now. Oh, he's dead. Oh, okay. I thought that Jagdpanzer had been killed. He hasn't. He got the kill on the 777. And now there's a minute here and there's a Kran somewhere. I don't think we're going to find him. Let's go and have a look. We are too late to cap the base as well. Don't tell me this is going to be a draw. Don't tell me. Come on, we don't deserve a draw here. He's running, isn't he? He is running. We've got 10 seconds to get to him. We've got HE loaded. We're going to low roll. No, we switched it. Went for AP. Oh, a few seconds remaining there. That was pretty good. Tense game. 3,700 damage. 5 kills. The class 2. Come on. What do you think with this tank? And wow, that Jagdpanzer E100, 800 damage. But you know what? He was there at the end, and that is what counted. And he got a couple of big kills. We got at least one big, yeah, he got the kill at the end there, the 777. Give him fist pump for his support. Is that him? Yeah, it's very good, sir. Great game. Okay, so there we are. That is the E100. The Camo has sold for a competitive price of 91,000 gold. Congratulations to you if you picked the Camo up. I am delighted for you. There were 7,146 competitors and only 2,026 of you have walked away with the prize. I look forward to seeing these numbered camos in battle in the future. And what is next? Next is the Lion here. This is going to be an interesting one. The slog for this starts in 6 hours and 40 minutes. I believe this is a 2-hour auction. I've not seen anything to suggest that it is not. Let me quickly check here. No, nothing to say how long it's going to last. So, presuming it's 2 hours with a potential 2-hour extension, Tier 10 Collector, the Lion, starting bid of 1,500. Let's see what happens in that particular auction. Thanks for joining me this morning. Really appreciate it. And I wish you all a very good day and a great 2026.